talk now about Nampak, which is a metal, glass, paper and plastics manufacturer. So enclosures is what the term they talk about. The market cap, though, is 13.2 billion rands. That's a big number, 13.1. Price to earnings ratio 16.54. Dividends have been canned because this company has had some rough times. Let's look at the 5-year chart, which will reflect that they were at a high of around 48 rands a share and then got severely beaten up, relating particularly to African operations, perhaps Angola, Nigeria, and some difficulties with their glass business locally. And then they hit their debt covenants, which means that they had, kind of too much debt and trouble from their bankers. Where are we now on this one?
Listen, you spoke about Angola and Nigeria. The big problem that they have there is that they actually can't get their profits out. So they've made this huge investment, expanding into both Angola and Nigeria.
And they had some good years and bad years, but whatever's going on, they seem to have trouble extricating the cash.
The businesses themselves are actually very good high-margin businesses in both those countries. The concern is, what premium do you put on the share when you can't actually take your profits out of a country?
And is that to do with convertibility of the Kwanza and the Naira respectively, that the currency markets are constrained because they're controlled by the government and they tend to be kind of only available exchange when there's sort of oil revenue flowing in the opposite direction, and that's been depressed?
Absolutely. It's capital controls that exist in those countries at the moment.
Yeah.
And as a result, you'll remember that they had to sell all their properties in a sale and leaseback transaction in order to fund their working capital book. And that doesn't look good. That's not a good sign.
Though Andre de Ruyter, the CEO, is an ex-Sasol guy, seems like a pretty good operator, and they've done a lot of work to reduce costs in the business and to right-size certain operations. So I don't know. It looks like a potential turnaround story.
I think locally they're always going to be in a difficult position. They've got the most amount of capacity in things like beverage cans, for example, but you're supplying it really to AB InBev, who dictate the price.
Yeah, who are a tough customer, by sure.
Tough customer.
They got tougher after those AB InBev guys from Brazil took them over,
as they promised they would. So it's I think it's a tough environment for them, and with this huge cloud hanging over Angola and Nigeria, I'm not confident enough at this stage.
Because politically, these countries need to sustain some sort of uptick and get their ordinary economies growing. They can't depend on oil revenues any longer. So we're going to go not hot on Nampak for now.
I'm afraid so. Not hot for the time.
Pass and wait and see how it goes.